you have any relationship, directly or indirectly, with Mr. Calvin Mahlangu, or have you met him? On page 30 of my sworn statement, I deal with this under item number 117, 118, and 119, where I state on record here that I have no direct or indirect relationship of any nature with Mr. Calvin Mahlangu, nor have I ever met him in person. I can, however, confirm on 118 that I was approached by Mr. Calvin Mahlangu to assist in resolving outstanding payments relating to ad hoc security services rendered by Kubis 85 Solutions Pty Ltd. Save for the aforesaid, I confirm that I have not had any other communications or interactions with Mr. Calvin Mahlangu.
So is that telephonically? Because you can say, I've never met him, and then in the next paragraph, I was approached by him. Was that approach email or telephonic?
Telephonic.
Okay.
Moving on, Chair, on add paragraph 2.12.4 and 2.12.5. The 10.6 notice requests me on 2.12.4 whether I shared any information relating to tenders of TMPD 02 2016-17, TMPD 1 24-25, and TMPD 3 24-25 with Sergeant Nkosi or any other persons, including the bidders outside City of Tswane and the TMPD in relation to. While 2.12.5 states that if the answer to the preceding paragraph is in the affirmative, please indicate what information was shared and the date and the purpose of such sharing, and information and the purpose of such sharing. Chairperson, the answer to this has been catered for on page 30, paragraph 120 for both of these paragraphs, and the answer is no. At paragraph 2.12.6, whether you have paid or facilitated the payment of any persons or purchased any gift for any persons referred to in the notice, including but not limited to Sergeant Nkosi. My answer to this, Chair, has been captured on paragraph 121 at paragraph 2.12.6. In fact, let me cover both of them, Chair. The question on 2.12.7 on the notice is if the answer to the preceding is in the affirmative, please provide details in the purpose of such gift or payment. On 121 and 120, I covered that. I state that I did not facilitate or arrange any payment to any persons referred to in this notice, nor did I purchase any gift for any such persons. On 122, Chairperson, I did purchase a gift for Sergeant Nkosi. I wish to state unequivocally that this gift was not offered as gratification, inducement, or a bribe, nor was it linked to any way to any act, official act, favor, benefit, or expectation for preferential treatment. At paragraph 2.12.8. In the 10.6 notice, a request is made for me to explain the relationship with Mr. Umashi Dhlamini, beyond that of fellow employees of the City of Tswane. The explanation must include any personal relationship, common interest, whether of a business or any nature, the nature and extent to such relationship or common interest, when such relationship or common interest commenced. On paragraph 123 and 124, I deal with this matter. I wish to state on record, Chair, that Mr. Umashi Dhlamini and I have a formal professional relationship in our capacities as colleagues at the City of Tswane. Our interaction has been confined to work-related matters arising in the ordinary course of our respective duties. I further confirm, Chair, that there is no personal relationship between us beyond that of professional work association. We do not share any business interests, financial arrangements, or joint ventures of any kind, nor do we have any common personal interest in any other associations outside that of the workplace. At paragraph 2.12.9, again, I will refer to the 10.6 notice that was received on the 29th of March. This question asks, lastly, explain in detail the nature and extent of the purpose of your three-way interaction with both Mr. Umashi Dhlamini and Sergeant Nkosi, and why such interactions would have included the business of the City of Tswane. I deal with this, Chair, on paragraph 125 up until paragraph 141, where I state on record on 125 that Sergeant Nkosi overheard a telephonic conversation between myself and Mr. Calvin Mahlangu of Kubis 85 Solutions, during which he complained about the city owing his company a significant amount in outstanding payments. He indicated, Chair, that he was threatening legal action against the city as it was contemplated should the matter remain unresolved. On 126, I informed the Commission that I informed Mr. Calvin Mahlangu that Group Financial Services was not in the possession of the relevant outstanding claims or documentation. Accordingly, there's no way we could facilitate with any payment. In the circumstances, I referred him to the relevant user department, and the relevant user department in this case was TMPD, which to the best of my knowledge and my understanding was the department responsible for matters of security. On 1/27, I confirmed that I received the aforesaid call after formal email communication had already been received from the respective representatives of Gubi's 85 solution, particularly a Mr. Andrew Khwadi, on the 7th of February 2025, escalating the issue to me and requesting for feedback regarding outstanding payments. The purpose of that here was to indicate that there were formal communications that were sent from the entities of Gubi's solutions to my office before receiving the phone call from Mr. Calvin Mahlangu. On 1/28, I can confirm, Chair, on record, that I formally referred this matter to TMPD and to Supply Chain Management to jointly attend to the matter for resolution. However, the matter was obviously not resolved at that stage due to uncertainty and confusion surrounding the nature of the services in question, which were described as ad hoc security services, of which both TMPD and SEM at the time claimed not to be aware. 1/29. There are relevant formal correspondence evidencing this communication attached herein, marked as Annex GM22 and Annex GM23. With your permission again, Chair, I would request that the committee go to bundle number 2. On bundle number 2, we'll discuss both GM22 and GM23. So if you look at GM22, starting from the bottom, because the email communications will read from the bottom up, there is an escalation on the 29th of March 2025, where representatives of Gubi Security 85 Solutions sent an email to Mr. Ken Mpofu, who is the head of supply chain management. In this communication, they claim, "Good day, Mr. Mpofu. We are a black-owned security company, which was tasked to provide security services at Rooiwal water treatment under City of Tswane. We started providing services on the 27th of May 2024 till to date. Unfortunately, it has not been easy road for us so far, with the city not honoring their end of the bargain by not paying our invoices to date." I'm on page 132, Chair. Despite the failure of the city to pay our services, we have been providing the services to the city and paying our security officers on site in order to avoid service disruption on the site. We humbly request your assistance on this matter, which is negatively affecting our business. We have attached here to invoices and statement for reference. Hope you find the above in order. This is an email from Mr. Andrew Khwadi from Gubi Security Services. This is on the 29th of January 2025. Of course, as you can see, Chair, there are communications throughout that going up where there's another email on the 29th. "Good day, kindly see below," and the attachments. I suspect there were no attachments in the previous email, and the colleague or the individual from Gubi Security Services was now attaching those attachments. This matter is then escalated forward from supply chain management, and they CC a number of individuals, including myself, where Mr. Kenpof refers the matter to individuals which I purport either are from the relevant departments who are receiving these services. I will then now, Chairperson, request that we move to GM23. On GM23, again, I'll request that we start from the bottom. And at the bottom, the date is now on page number 437. So on page 437 at the bottom, Chair, we have to read this email communication upwards. Representatives from Gubi's 85 Solutions, Andrew Khwadi, sends an email to myself, CCs a number of individuals which are from the city, supply chain management, TMPD, I think the user department, as well as individuals from their own offices. "Good day. Kindly find attached letter with regards to our frustrations when it comes to non-payment of invoices. We have also attached a letter from the unions regarding non-payment of salaries for security officers. Hope the above is in good order. Your assistance will be highly appreciated as your office is our last resort." I then escalate this matter upwards to supply chain management and TMPD. If you go up, starting on 436 at the bottom, it starts with me sending an email to supply chain management and to TMPD. "Good afternoon. The matter has been received." I also CC the individual from Gubi Security Services Chairperson. The city is working on a mechanism to resolve the issues raised. I then direct this matter to Chukudu P. Malachi as well as Kane Mpofu, who have been assigned to work on addressing these deficiencies. My office has received the concerns and the city is currently dealing with them. This is a communication on the 7th of February, and I think my response to this is on the 7th of March. Moving further, Chair, up on 436. Again, individual from Gubi's 85 Solutions. Good morning. Kindly find attached a follow-up letter with regards to the non-payment of invoices as the situation remains the same. I hope you will find the above in order. This is now the 5th of March, 2025. Since my escalation of this matter to the relevant colleagues from the 7th of February, it's almost a month down the line, nothing has been done. This matter has not been resolved accordingly. The Chief Operating Officer, you'll see in this instant a number of individuals are CC'd, Chairperson. The City Manager is CC'd on this communication from the escalation from Gubi's 85 Solutions. The Chief Operating Officer is CC'd. The Chief of Police is CC'd, and all other colleagues who are within the city. You can see now that this is now further escalations going up to the City Manager's office. The COO then responds, Mr. Mpofu, can you please provide an update on this, as this matter has been referred to you by the CFO almost a month ago, and there's been no feedback since that has been provided. Mr. Chukudu Malachi responds to that email on page 435. All outstanding invoices for the month of January were submitted for further handling. The invoices for February 2025 were also signed and submitted for further handling and payment. These invoices include Gubi's 85 invoices for the month of February. I personally followed up with TMPD Finance and Administration, where I got informed that the process is currently with Mr. Tommy Ngwenya's office. I contacted Mr. Ngwenya, who promised to assist in coming back to me with progress. The individual from Gubi's then sees, they have always been CC'd on all these communications. Good day. I would like to thank you on page 434. At the top of 434, there is a response from Mr. Andrew Khwadi, who responds to the entire collective, which includes the City Manager, the Chief of Police, the COO, and all senior colleagues at the city. You can see the levels at which this matter is now being discussed, Chairperson. Good day. Would like to thank you and appreciate the city's effort in ensuring that we get assistance in regarding to payments for invoices for ad hoc services. I presume they meant ad hoc. We confirm the receipt of purchase orders on the 6th of March 2025. We will update once we receive payment from the city. That is the final aspect of that email, Chairperson, that I wanted to bring to the attention of the committee. I'll now go back to the sworn statement on page 32 and complete the thought process around that before I go to paragraph 130. The purpose of bringing GM22 and GM23 for the Commission to take note of that the matter of outstanding invoices did not emanate out of the blue. It was not a matter that was just concocted as a result of a phone call that I might have received from Mr. Calvin Mahlangu. This matter started on the 29th of January, as clearly articulated in item GM22. This matter was delayed as a result of many officials not attending to the issue for a variety of reasons which I am not aware of right now. I personally, on the 7th, follow up and make escalations in terms of what are you doing in terms of resolving this matter. This then persists, the individuals then escalate the matters up, Chair. CC the City Manager, the COO, as well as the Chief of Police in terms of this matter that we're all facing now. From this step, the next step is obviously litigation as a result of even the City Manager's office inability to address the matter in question. There are two processes of addressing such a matter. One, individual can confirm work done, process invoices and pay suppliers. Two, deny invoices, put in writing that no services have been conducted at all. None of this was being effected. There was confirmation that the work has been received, the work has been certified as true and correct by the relevant authorities. So it begs to the question is, why are invoices not paid? We've got a 30-day policy in the city in terms of making payments. So that's the sequence of events which builds up to 130.
Can I get clarity on these emails? I noticed that Mr. Dhlamini is not copied in any of them.
Yes. He is not copied for some reason, Chair. I'm not aware why. So when I escalate the matter, I escalate it to supply chain management and Mr. Malachi, who was responsible for managing asset management issues.
But even you did not copy him?
No, Chair, I did not copy him at this point.
Him essential to this process?
At this point, Chairperson, I did not copy him at all.
Can I just, in terms of process, the email at GM23 from Kwadi to Malachi, it speaks about them